Eleanor Yule will now join me in lighting the flames of faith. We perform this ceremony on Sunday to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faith beings come from all one great universal presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experiences which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the benefits and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony, equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. I'm sorry, I skipped one. She's lighting the eighth, I'm speaking for the seventh. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. My apologies. We light the ninth candle, honoring all forms of new thought, embracing the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcomed here. And as Eleanor lights the healing candle, put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And continuing the spiritual presence, recognizing it as we are truly blessed this day. I speak the word that we are here as one united together, lovingly holding each other in our hearts and hands as we grow this beautiful center to its new steps in the world, towards our new minister, towards new experiences, new ideas, and new ways of doing what we've done. We look forward to this great experience and know it is for our highest and best good. We bless those that are not with us today, those that are with us online, and know we are all one together. I give thanks for this beautiful experience and for our special guest minister today, knowing that all is good and all is well. Together we say, and so it is.
And now we will enjoy our special music, We Are All Angels by Karen Drucker.
We are all angels who only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels who cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. Do you know there are angels in our midst? Can you hear them? Can you feel them? They're all around you, with you every day. Do you see them, or do you look the other way? It's that man that I forgot to kiss as I hurried out the door, or that stranger that said hello that I ignored. They are angels. They are angels. We are angels. We are all angels who only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels who cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. My life gets so busy, time goes by so fast. I rush through the day trying to make each moment last. But when I take the time to look around, I see sweet angels smiling back at me. Everywhere at any time I need to open up my eyes and see the beauty that surrounds me. Now I realize we are angels. We are angels. We are angels. We are all angels who only have one wing. All angels searching for each other. All angels who cannot reach the sky. 'Cause we need each other to fly. 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 We need each other.
Our guest speaker for today is Reverend David Allen Cruz, and I hear he's been here before, and he'll have to live up to his last talk. Now I have to find your, oh, here it is. Okay. Sorry, I've lost his bio. It's in the very back. Okay, here it is. He told me to have fun with it, okay? So, I don't know what all these after your name things stand for. So, Reverend David Allen Cruz has a lot of really important titles behind his name. He studied ministry under Reverend Dr. James Mellon and with Reverend Karen Mitchell. He's the co-founder of Spirit Uncentered with Reverend Karen Frost. He's a certified hypnotherapist with 18 years of steady practice with a few not so steady years. He's been a singer, actor, dancer, fitness trainer, high school teacher, and a shoe salesman, a carpet layer, a construction worker, a paper boy, and a milkman. If he wasn't so lazy, he'd amount to something. He's sung on cruise ships, in casinos, and theater stages, and in honky-tonk bars and people's backyards. He was a single dad of an 18-month-old boy. He's no longer single, and the son is now 40 years old. I can relate to that. My daughter's turning 40 in November. He's married to Dr. Neda Caballo Ricardo, who is here with him today. He lives in a beautiful home in the Burbank Hills, which he shares with Neda, is that the correct pronunciation? Hummingbirds, ravens, mockingbirds, bobcats, deer, coyote, and the occasional mountain lion. Nice. He recognizes his life as a living miracle. He is a demonstration of the power of the mind. Reverend David was here in September, and it was so amazing to have him lead our service. Maybe I do better without the glasses on. With his enthusiasm, energy, and wisdom that we asked him to come back. Please join me in welcoming Reverend David Allen Cruz. I gotta get.
Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Judy. Hello, High Desert. If you're alive and well and you know it, let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. Let me hear you say yeah. Good. Let's have some fun. Thank you for inviting me back. I'm so excited. I enjoyed the last time so much. Y'all are so warm and wonderful. Brandy, you got that wonderful sense of you. Marina. Oh, my God, Marina. Did you get that foot massage that they promised you? You got to give her that foot massage. There you go. That's it. I just loved the last time I was here so much. And when I got to talk with Reverend Karen, I said, please, anytime, any chance, please invite me back. And she did. And I thank you. And I thank Reverend Karen. And by the way, has Reverend Karen ever sung a treatment for y'all? So let me tell you, I was there the first time she ever sang a treatment, right? Sang a treatment, not just sang a song, sang a treatment. So we're coming to the end of the service, and this was when we were still at NoHo. And that's before she was Reverend Karen. She was then not even a practitioner, I don't think. But she was doing the closing prayer. And she comes up, she grabs the mic, and we're all expecting the traditional, regular treatment. And then suddenly, all of a sudden, she does something like, let me tell you what I know. There is only one thing going on. One light, one love, one truth, one word, one conscious mind. We call it God. And she did the whole treatment like that. And we're going, oh. And it was totally ad-lib. I asked her afterwards why she did that, and she said, it just came on me. So she started doing that. If she hasn't done it here, ask her to sing a treatment. It is really something else. It's really something else. Thank you so much for inviting me back. I wanted to let you know, I really not only love being here, I love your name, High Desert, because it incorporates two things that I really enjoy. The desert and getting high. on love, on life, on God. What y'all think I was meaning? So, as I tell you that I love the desert, there's and you know, I used to live in Palm Springs for years. So a lot of people think of the desert as this wide, empty wasteland thing, right? Well, we know better, don't we? There's some amazing power in the desert. There's just some amazing energy that happens in the desert. And there is this one area in the desert that is my favorite area of all. And that area is called Sedona, Arizona. Anybody been to Sedona? So y'all know what I'm talking about. And what's really cool about where y'all live, right down the street, right down the highway over here is the entranceway for me to Sedona. It's called Highway 40. Y'all know it. And so for me, that when I get off the 15 and and every time we go to Vegas, I say, you want to go to Sedona instead of Vegas? Because that is like taking the yellow brick road. It's the road to paradise through paradise. It starts up here in the high desert and all the beautiful expanse of the desert that we get to see, and then it moves up into open pasture land and into some farmland, and then all of a sudden it goes up into Williams, and it becomes pine tree forest. And then you get up into Flagstaff. You make a right, you start going down 89A, and you start moving through this beautiful, curvy switchbacks filled with pine forest, filled with cabins. You see the creek going along the side. You pass Modley Bridge going over Oak Creek Canyon. You go past Slide Rock, and all of a sudden, it just opens up, and there is this beautiful red-orange rock against a bright blue sky, and it's called Sedona, and it's such a beautiful place. And you get to go out there and hike with the energy vortexes, and you get to meditate, and you get to feel the energy. I feel the energy of the earth as I'm up there. I'm Native American. I'm Apache. Part of my blood is Apache, so I got a real strong connection with that place. And it just comes up, and it just fills me with spirit, fills me with energy, and I love to be there. And every time I've been there, and I've been there several times, there's been a story to the experience that I've had. And I want to share one of those stories with you, if you don't mind. I pulled into Sedona late one afternoon, just before evening time, and it had started snowing. It was December 31st, New Year's Eve. And it had started snowing, and the snowflakes were coming down about the size of my hand. And I knew this was going to be something special. So, didn't really go out. Went out, had dinner that night, but it was the next day, New Year's Day. Got up, went out. I knew it was going to be cold, but I also knew that once I started my hike, it was going to warm up. So, now, here's the thing. I'm the kind of guy who tends to take the hike off trail. I know. The rangers don't like it. What can I tell you? I'm a rebel. But I like to cross-country hike, is what I like to do. So, and I also decided this time I was going to go in an area of Sedona that I'd never been to before. And found the place, started my hike, and was enjoying just the walk, just moving along, just enjoying the beauty of it every step of the way, enjoying looking for the little trails, finding my way. And here's another thing that I do. When I go out on a hike in Sedona, I'm looking for a place. I want to find a place. And usually it's in an elevated area, and usually it's going to be a place where I know that once I get there, I can sit, I can meditate, and I can just enjoy the beauty that is Sedona. So, found it. There it was, up there. And it was an extension of rock, kind of flat, and I knew that it was going to be the perfect place for me to get to. That was my goal. And I'm walking along, enjoying the hike, feeling good, getting that warmth because the sun's starting to come out. And, you know, right after the snow, I want you to imagine, take a moment and just take a thought. Just let your mind let this image enter your mind of orange-red rocks topped by white snow against a deep blue sky. And that's what I was getting to walk up into. So I'm walking along when all of a sudden I come to a place where the bushes and the trees and the rocks seem to enclose. And I couldn't find a passageway. I couldn't find a trail. I was stuck. And I started to get a little frustrated. I started to get a little perturbed. I don't like being told no. I don't. I don't like being told no. And Sedona was saying no. I was getting a little angry because I wanted to get there. That's where I wanted to go, right? And then I heard this voice, felt this feeling, and it said, stop, breathe, close your eyes. Now open your eyes and see. And I opened my eyes, and I looked around, and I realized, first of all, that I'd already come up to an elevation where I could see across the valley, and I could see the rocks on the other side and the mountains off in the distance, and it was absolutely beautiful. And I realized there is no more beautiful place than this. There is no more perfect place than this. This is absolutely fine. I don't need to go anywhere anymore. And I allowed myself to feel totally comfortable with being in that spot. Here is where I'm going to sit, and here is where I'm going to meditate. And then that voice feeling happened again. Breathe. Close your eyes. Open your eyes and see more. And I opened my eyes, and I looked around my space, actually starting to look for a place to sit and be quiet. But then I started looking at where I was. And as I was looking, I started seeing little patterns where the snow melt had trickled down, where animals had passed through. And all of a sudden, I found a passageway. I found the way to get through that obstacle. And I continued on my way. And as I did that, this happened a couple more times, and each time I found the same answer. Stop, be here now. Allow this to be the destination. And as I would allow that, it opened up again. I made it to that shelf, and I got to sit up there and meditate, and I enjoyed that beautiful view, and I enjoyed that magical time. And this is one of my Sedona stories. And the reason I wanted to share this story is because the title of my talk today is Here I Am. I am here. Here I am. It's a term that we use all the time. In school, you know, they would call me, my first name is actually Alan. Alan, here I am. My mom would call me Lele. She named me Alan, she called me Lele. Lele, here I am, right? My dad used to enjoy telling a story that when I was 3 or 4 years old, maybe 5, I don't remember this, but he would say the story, that he was with a group of his friends, and I walked up, well, here I am. Now, I said I don't remember that story, but it seems absolutely plausible. That feels like me, because whenever I get into a place where there's a group of people, I'm always kind of feeling like, well, here I am. So, here I am. We use that term all the time, and we don't really think about what it means. What does it mean to say, here I am? So let's break it down. Here, the word here, it's a designation, it's an understanding, it's a definition of time and space. Here as opposed to there. Now as opposed to then. And when we say here I am, what we're saying is, of all the places that exist in an infinite universe, here here we all know what I am is, because you're all science of mind practitioners. You're all science of mind. Yes, you are practitioners. If you study this, you're a practitioner. You may not have the title, but you are a practitioner. You're studying it, you are practitioners. You are mind scientists. And we recognize the importance, the value of I am. I am perhaps the most powerful two words in the universe. I am. But what does it mean to say I am? I is consciousness. I is the recognition of existence. I is a recognition that I am a unique expression of the divine. It tells me that in this place, there is a consciousness that allows me to recognize who I am. Am is form. Am is the manifestation of the energy of consciousness into a physical form, into this thing that is called my body. Here I am. I am is consciousness recognizing the form and recognizing that it exists right here and right now. Here I am. Right here. Right now. Can anyone translate cogito ergo sum? Does anybody know what that translates as? Cogito ergo sum. Thank you. Thank you. I think, therefore I am. Can you remember who? Thank you. René Descartes. René Descartes, a Renaissance philosopher, mystic. So, Descartes' horse is at a bar, shooting down some shots. And he's been there for a while. And in fact, he's been there several days, every day coming in and doing the shots. Finally, the bartender comes up and he says, "Horse, you think you might be an alcoholic?" The horse says, "I think not," and immediately disappears. Now that joke is a joke on Descartes' concept of I think, therefore I am. But if I had explained that part before, I would have had to put Descartes before the horse. And now you know why I became a singer and not a stand-up comedian. So Descartes' concept, and I imagine this guy, René Descartes, hanging out in the times of the Renaissance. And Renaissance, as you all know, means rebirth. It was the rebirth of consciousness at the time, coming out of the Dark Ages. And he's sitting around going, man, I'm kind of bored. Don't have my cell phone with me, don't have the internet, don't have any of the video games. What am I going to do? I guess there's nothing else to do but think. Oh, I'm thinking. I'm thinking as I'm here. I'm thinking that I am thinking. I'm thinking, therefore I am. Came to that obvious conclusion. I think, therefore I am. Makes a lot of sense when we think in terms of what is reality. Reality is the conscious awareness of that which is around you. If it's not in your consciousness, it's not in your reality. It may be in my reality. There's a saying in Spanish, cada cabeza es un mundo. And it means every head is its own world. So the consciousness in your world may not be the same consciousness. We may share some. We don't share 100%. And whatever is conscious in your world is your reality. It may not be in my world. It may not be my reality. So it makes sense. I think, therefore I am. And that has been a pretty much a staple concept that's gone around for as long as I can remember and for centuries. However, there is a kind of a basic flaw that we might find in I think, therefore I am. And the basic flaw is that it tends to give one the impression that unless I think, I am not. The horse disappeared. So, a science of mind perception, understanding of that, would say, okay, yeah, but in fact, it's the other way around too. I am, therefore I think. We recognize the amness. Are any of you here familiar with a person by the name of Martin Buber? Try telling that one to a group of 15-year-old teenagers. I'm going to tell you about Martin Buber. You forget it. You're never going to get past the lesson because everybody's laughing at the name. But Martin Buber was a 20th century mystic and philosopher. He wrote a book called I and Thou. And he recognized the flaw in Descartes' I think, therefore I am. Not that Descartes is wrong. It's that it wasn't the complete thought. Because what happened, what he recognized is that when you think that amness is dependent on your consciousness, on your thinking, then amness, whatever that is, becomes something else. It becomes I and it, I and that. That somehow Brandy is over there. And in my human consciousness, that's true. But Buber's saying there's something else beyond that. Because when we separate the mind from that which we're observing, from that which we're experiencing, we are not part of it. It becomes a thing that's utilitarian, a thing that we can use. Its only value is how much can I use it. It becomes a thing that I want to use as a commodity, as a thing that's there for me. Part of that is true. Again, consciousness. We're creating our reality constantly. So everything that's within the world is there for me. But Buber recognized, but that's not the only part of it. He recognized the concept of I and thou. Notice, he said I and thou, not I and you. Thou, in Spanish we would say usted, is the more formalized concept of that which is not me. It is the holiness of that. The recognition that thou has the divine energy of the Creator, of that which creates. It cannot be otherwise. That which creates of itself. Does that make sense? Does anybody want to know what that actually means when I say that? That which creates, God, that which creates of itself. Because if you think in terms of God and then the stuff, who made the stuff? Right, because if there was somebody else who made the stuff and this guy came over and says, yeah, I'd like to buy some stuff so I can make the universe. Now we're talking about duality, right? Now we're talking about there's that God that makes the stuff, there's God that buys it and uses it. We don't accept duality. We accept the oneness. So that which is God, that which creates, the energy of creation, the creative process, uses its own self, its energy to create. Which means that everything that exists in creation, everything that exists in this universe is of God. It is that divine energy. You are that divine energy. Take a moment with that. Take a moment with that. You are that divine energy. You are that. You are that divine magic. You are that. Yeah, you. Absolutely. so Buber's recognizing that, the thou-ness of what I observe. So he recognizes I and thou, and then says, and thou art God. And then ultimately, it's not I and thou. It's I am thou. Thank you. I am that. I am here. It sounds like the same thing. Here I am here. But it's actually significantly different. Because here's the designation of location. Here, I am. Here, I exist. I am here. Same I am. Same concept of consciousness recognizing form, recognizing existence, recognizing place, recognizing time, recognizing selfhood. But then I also recognize that I am part of that creative process, that I am part of that divine process. Therefore, I am the creator of my reality. And as I'm creating my reality, then I have to recognize that I am here. Not the place, the concept. I am this thing that I call here. I am this place. It's part of the conscious recognition of my amness, of my selfness. I am this time. And I am everything that exists within it. Everything within my consciousness. I am Lori. I am Brandy. I am Marina. I am High Desert CSL. I am everything within this. I am everything that's around this. I am everything that creates this. Here I am here. So, the only note that I took today, that I brought today, it's not the only note I took, trust me. I was telling Marina what I did for this talk today. But this is a quote by Ernest Holmes. I am guided by the same intelligence and inspired by the same imagination which scatters the moonbeams across the waves and holds the force of nature in its grasp. I am that. I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. And I am that I am, and that I am, and that I am, and that I am. I am divinely connected. Divine connectivity with everything that exists. And everything that exists with me, as me, through me, from me. Here, I am. I am here. Namaste. In Lakesh. Aloha. So I'm guessing that usually at this time we have some music, but I'm not quite sure what's up on the schedule at this point. Let me get this up before you trip over it. These are the mic holders.
Okay. I invite the practitioners to the stage. No? Oh, okay. Let's, all right, well, never mind. So let's take a moment to bless our gifts today as we recognize the overflowing abundance of life itself, knowing that those gifts go forth, touching lives, bringing healing and wholeness to our world. And the basket, we're not passing it, but we're just leaving it in the aisle. So now I invite the practitioners to the stage. Oh. Okay, this is not. So we're going to read it together. I seem to be lost. Okay, here we are. Okay. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source of substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly. Okay, now we have a music video. And apparently you're supposed to say something.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful, so grateful, grateful, so grateful, I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful.
I think you're supposed to say something.
So, first of all, I am so grateful. Thank you so much for allowing me to come back and share some of my thoughts and ideas and feelings with y'all. It was a special gift to me. I really, really love coming up here. Thank you so much. I hope I get to do it again sometime soon. I also want to say a special thank you to my wife, Neda, who, first of all, is willing to get up early in the morning to come up here with me and to accompany me. And for the willingness of sharing her life with me, which is not always an easy thing to do. And also to acknowledge and to say at least one more time before this month is out, happy birthday to my wife. She celebrated her 80th birthday this year, just a couple of weeks ago. And I know most people say, you're not supposed to tell their age. Trust me, she's proud of it, and so am I. She does it right. She's kicking its tojas. So, as we come together right now, I'd like you to simply get yourself into a space of centeredness, of balance, of comfort. Breathing comfortably, breathing easily. Eyes open or closed as you feel most comfortable. Recognizing that right here and right now, everything is unfolding as perfectly as it can ever be, because everything is in right divine order, as it always is. This service was the perfect service. Even the parts that we weren't sure, even the ad-libs worked out exactly as it was supposed to, because some of it made us laugh and some of us made us realize how good we are. Marina, that's you, honey. So, I know that this was right. I know that this was perfect. I know that this was good, and it is good, and it's always good. And I know that as this service comes to a close this day, we go home filled with the recognition of the truth of who we are. We are that divine consciousness. We are that divine energy. And we radiate that this day and share it with all others wherever we are, so that I know, we know, you know, that wherever I am, God is. As together we say, and so it is.
Okay,
Should have brought my guitar.
I invite the practitioners to the stage. Our practitioner team, I'll wait till they get up here. Do you do this or do I do this? It looks like.
No, it's yours. Underneath, so maybe never.
I'm confused. Our practitioner team is here to serve you. The prayer request box is in the garden room under the picture of Ernest Holmes, and our practitioners' phone numbers are on the back side of your program. Please reach out to one of our experienced practitioners for prayer, especially if you are going through a challenge in your life. They are here to know the truth for you and are available after the service for spiritual support. It says practitioner read. Okay.
And our affirmation for the day is on your green sheet. I will read it and then ask you to join me twice. Remember that I am a unique expression of the divine, expands my consciousness. Please join me. Remembering that I am a unique expression of the divine, expands my consciousness. Remembering that I am a unique expression of the divine, expands my consciousness. And like to do a I think you already did a benediction. Yes, we did.
To do another, so thank you once again.
Go for it.
For being with us, being this perfect group of people in this perfect time, in this perfect space, doing this perfect thing. And I invite you to go out and continue to make it the most perfect day. God bless all.
Can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything. I am loving every living thing. I can see the face of God and paupers and kings. Whoa, whoa, yeah. We're all precious, no one less or more. We've all got the same treasure in store. That's why I'm loving every living thing. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Woo-hoo. I can't help it, God makes me wanna sing. Makes me feel so good, I can do most anything, everything. I'm believing in my God.